The Haunting of the New Orleans Voodoo Queen Chapter 1. The mystical life of Marie Laveau in the heart of 19th century New Orleans. With a thick air carried whispers of ancient spirits and jazz was still learning to breathe. A woman was born who would become both legend and enigma. Marie Laveau, born in 1801 to a free woman of color and a wealthy Creole plantation owner, was a child of a divided world. She grew up walking the tightrope between privilege and persecution. Raised in the Catholic faith yet deeply influenced by African spiritual traditions, Marie would soon bridge two realms, this world and the next. As she grew into a young woman, her beauty was renowned, but it was her presence that people remembered, calm, commanding, with eyes that seemed to peer into your soul. After marrying Jacques Paris, who mysteriously vanished soon after their wedding, she began to be known not as Marie Paris but Marie Laveau, the widow Paris. She later lived with Christophe Glapian, with whom she had several children. Marie's rise to power wasn't through politics or wealth, but through healing, spiritual wisdom, and fear. She mixed Catholicism with Voodoo, a West African spiritual tradition passed through generations of the enslaved, blending saints with spirits, psalms with rituals. People of all classes came to her. Slaves, wealthy Creoles, politicians, even criminals. They sought her blessings, cures, potions, and curses. Her home on street, and street became a spiritual sanctuary. People claimed to hear strange chanting and see glowing lights at night. Some whispered she could summon spirits. Others swore she could see the future. What no one denied was her influence. She ruled the spiritual underground of New Orleans. Chapter 2. The Haunting of the Voodoo Queen. After Marie Laveau's death in 1881, the city sighed, but not for long. Whispers began almost immediately. Marie was not truly dead. Some claimed to have seen her walking the streets years later, wrapped in her trademark Tignan headdress, offering blessings with her hypnotic smile. One account from 1890 described a woman identical to Laveau performing a ritual in Congo Square. Others swore they saw her praying at the street. Louis Cathedral on Sunday mornings. Impossible, as she was supposed to be buried by then. And where was she buried? Really? Officially, her body lies in street. Louis Cimetière 1, in a crypt marked Famille Paris. But over time, her grave was vandalized, marked with hundreds of XXX symbols, left by visitors hoping for wishes granted. Some say her remains were moved. Others claim the spirit of Marie Laveau refused to be buried. Paranormal investigators have recorded inexplicable electromagnetic spikes near her tomb. Tourists report hearing whispers, feeling cold hands, or seeing shadows that move on their own. One woman fainted after seeing Marie Laveau's glowing eyes staring back at her from the crypt shadows. And here's the most chilling part. Modern-day voodoo practitioners believe Marie Laveau never left. In rituals today, her spirit is invoked, called Mambo Laveau, the eternal queen of voodoo. Some claim she still grants favors for a price. Chapter 3. Exploring the legends, but what is truth? And what is myth? Historians agree Marie Laveau was real, a powerful, independent Creole woman in a time when few could be. Her medical knowledge and spiritual practices were ahead of her time. Yet, no verified images of her exist. Everything we know is passed down through memory, drawings, and rumor. Some researchers believe that her daughter, also named Marie Laveau, perpetuated the myth, appearing in public rituals after her mother's death, wearing her clothing, mimicking her style. This dual identity may have birthed the illusion of immortality. Psychologically, the story of Marie Laveau satisfies a deep human yearning for justice, mystery, and connection to the divine. Culturally, she embodies the soul of New Orleans. Mystical, resilient, haunted. Chapter 4. Haunted New Orleans. You cannot separate Marie Laveau from the ghost stories of New Orleans. The Laveau mansion, just blocks away from Laveau's home, was once the site of horrific torture of enslaved people. Legend says Laveau helped the spirits trapped there find peace or vengeance. Louis Cimetière 1, her supposed resting place, is a focal point of ghost tours. People have captured ghostly figures in photographs, even when the cemetery was supposedly empty. It said Marie Laveau's spirit grows restless when offerings are not respected. New Orleans itself is a haunted city, shaped by the wounds of slavery, the sorrow of colonialism, and the magic of resistance. Voodoo became more than religion. It became a cultural shield, a hidden language of power. And Marie Laveau, with her unmatched charisma and mysterious aura, became its queen. Chapter 5. The enduring legacy of Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau has never left pop culture. She appears in films, books, and especially in American Horror Story, Coven, portrayed by Angela Bassett. That version of Marie Laveau was immortal, fierce, and divine, mirroring the legends that surround her. Even today, voodoo shops line Bourbon Street, selling candles, dolls, and gris-gris bags in her name. But the true followers urge respect. For them, Marie is not fiction. She is a Laveau, a spirit guide, watching, waiting. Her life remains a mystery, beautiful, terrifying, sacred. When the fog settles over the Mississippi and the moonlight bathes the wrought iron balconies of the French Quarter, pause. Listen. You may hear soft footsteps on cobbled streets. You may feel unseen eyes on your back. Leave a coin at her grave. Whisper a wish, but never mock her name. For in New Orleans, the queen never died. She only crossed over to rule from the other side.